Fairy's Wish by Iris Hunt. In the fairy village of Greendust lives a tiny fairy named Leela. She lives with her family and the rest of the tiny fairies in a great big tree. They are kind, gentle souls who usually stick to themselves, but most importantly, don't talk to scary humans. One day, Leela wakes up and plans to go play with the frogs in the creek. "I'll be back, Mom." "Be careful, honey, and whatever you do, don't talk to humans. I love you." I won't, Mom. I love you too." Leela is used to her mom's warnings about humans, but she is never worried about it because she is almost 13 years old and still has never seen a human. Leela makes her way down to the creek and kicks some water up on the frogs. They begin to splash around and play in the water. Leela tries to avoid a splash from one of the frogs, and she flies directly into a young boy. She can't believe her eyes. Where had he come from? She immediately flies to the nearest tree to get out of reach and sight of the boy. "Hey, you can come back out. I'm not gonna hurt you. My name is Jeremy and I live up the creek. I was just playing around in the creek trying to cool off like you." "I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. My mother already said I should stay away from humans, but he seems so harmless." I'm Leela. My mother always told me humans were mean and that I should fly away as fast as I can if I ever run into one." "Well, I sure ain't mean and I wouldn't do nothing to you. I just wanted to play with you too. And I ain't never seen a fairy before. You sure are pretty." Leela comes out from hiding in the trees and looks the boy up and down. "I guess if you stay a safe distance away from me, we can play together. You look nice to me." As the sun starts to set, Jeremy realizes how late it's getting. He should probably get going home, but he really doesn't want to. He has had so much fun with Leela today and wants to stay and play some more. "I should probably get going home now, Leela, but I really would rather stay here with you." "If you really wanted to, I know a way that we can make you like me, and you could stay with me forever. There's an old magical fairy named Opal who lives in a tree. The only thing she needs to grant a wish is a bouquet of flowers. Let's go see this fairy." Leela and Jeremy set off towards the east in search of the tree that Opal lives in. As Jeremy and Leela come upon a walk bridge, a crazy-haired troll jumps out and yells, "What do you two think you're doing?" Leela and Jeremy both jump and scream in surprise. "Ah! We're trying to cross this bridge to go see the old magical fairy Opal. We need her to grant a wish for us." "I'll let you through on one condition. You must sing me your ABCs while standing on one foot." "I can do that." A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. "Well, I guess that's good enough for me. You may pass and walk over my bridge now." Leela and Jeremy both walk past the troll and continue their journey on to see the old magical fairy named Opal. "We have to stop and pick some of these pretty flowers for Opal." Leela and Jeremy both start picking flowers from the edge of the path. Some yellow ones, some orange ones, and of course, baby blue ones. As Leela reached down to pick another flower for the bouquet, she grabs a snake. "Ah! How dare you squeeze me like that?" "It was obviously an accident." "I didn't mean to, I'm sorry." "What are you picking these flowers for anyways?" "We have to pick them to give to the old magical fairy Opal so she'll grant us a wish." "Well, make sure to pick her some pink ones. They're her favorite." "Thanks for the advice." Leela and Jeremy make sure to pick some pink ones as they walk around and away from the snake and continue their journey on to see the old magical fairy Opal. Leela and Jeremy see the big tree before they get to it. It stands well over 30 feet tall and at the base you can see an etched out hole that the fairy calls her home. The tree is big and beautiful and has flowers planted all around it. "It's so pretty." "Yes, it is. It's even prettier than my home." As they come upon the tree, Leela starts to yell for the old magical fairy Opal. "Opal! Opal! It's Leela!" They stand outside the tree waiting to see if the old magical fairy Opal is going to come out and talk to them or not. After what seems like an eternity, the old magical fairy Opal flies outside her home. "How are you doing, child? It's been a while since I have seen you. You are getting big. And who is this human you have with you? I thought you were always told to stay away from humans." "Well, he found me in the creek today, and we've been playing all day. He's harmless, and actually, he's pretty nice, too. I don't know why we aren't supposed to talk to humans." Well, he's one of the few nice ones. Usually, humans are mean. They have even been known to hurt us and destroy our homes. This is the reason you've always been told to stay away from them, but I agree, he does seem harmless. I'm assuming you came here for a wish, based upon the fact that you have brought me a bouquet of flowers. I wish to be a fairy, ma'am. I want to stay here with Leela and be a fairy like her. Child, you realize this means never going back to your home and being the same boy you are right now. I realize this, ma'am, and I'm fine with that. I want to stay here with her and live with the fairies. If you say so, and you know this is what you really want, I'll grant your wish. And just like that, the old magical fairy Opal chants a few magical words and sprinkles some fairy dust around the boy, and he shrinks. He grows wings and is becoming a little fairy just like Leela. Now you can come back to Green Dust with me. This is so much fun. Jeremy flies up and down and around in circles. Let's head home. You'll have plenty of time to fly on the way back and for the rest of forever. Leela and Jeremy set off on their way back home. This won't be their last adventure. Jeremy and Leela will be able to play together and go on adventures forever now that he's a little fairy, just like her. The end.